I saw this earlier, man, and I was thinking that with all the Cardi B madness, man, it's funny, man, because this is local. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live around these parts. I'm from these parts, and this is funny to me. So I find stuff like this funny. And you say, why would you find something like this funny? Well, I am hashtag ADOS, and as a black male, American, so-called black, you know, the black male has been demonized and vilified and criticized and ridiculed and, criminalized. I mean, to extremes in American society and population and culture. And I myself, have fallen victim to it. I am a convicted felon, having served, a total of 13 years in a Virginia correctional institution, or institutions, rather. And, having fallen victim to this, the way that mass media, mainstream American media has portrayed African-American males and the culture of African, or the supposed culture of African-American males, you know what I'm saying, over the past few decades. I mean, it's just, it made me think. Or actually, it's like something that I always have thought, rather. I've recognized since a young age, rather. But it made me think to bring it to your attention today. With Cardi B and her madness. I saw a couple of good YouTube videos on it. I couldn't wait, rather, to make a little bit of commentary about it, because some of my favorite content providers, man, on YouTube, did some really good videos. You know what I'm saying? So some really good some really good videos, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fura TV. Shout out to Organic, man, the Illionaire, man. So and a few others as well. But so, and mind you, I'm hashtag ADOS, hashtag, more introspective black man of reform. You know what I'm saying? So look at Cardi B. Now, as a black man, an American male, and mind you, once more, I am, I was born and raised pretty much in Arlington County, Virginia. And where there's heavy immigration, gentrification, historical African-American or so-called black or so-called African-American, whatever, populations and communities have, there's been a historic presence in the area, for a very long time, There are historical landmarks here, and, the history records this to be true. So, over time, through over-criminalization of black men, in particular, over time, due to the over-incarceration of black men, in particular, over time, due to discrimination in the workplace, just a gross misrepresentation in mainstream media. Thank you, Hollywood, and thank you, nightly news, Keeping in mind that the CIA funneled, or helped to funnel cocaine into black and Latino communities through the likes of Danilo Blandone and Freeway Rick Ross. The black man has always been viewed as the super predator, quote unquote, Hillary Clinton. But in reality, if you think about black men and crime, if you're talking about making some serious money, the average black guy doesn't make a lot of money, committing crimes, just due to the fact that in a lot of cases, and I find this to be true throughout all periods of history in America. Having served 13 years in prison from the ages of 18 to 31, having read all of the books about the big criminals and the FBI taking down the mafia and all of that, I went through my period where I was absolutely fascinated with such material, sitting in prison, for what I felt was unjust, because my co-defendant had actually, was willing to testify against me. Okay. So, which is a whole nother issue, and I just did a video on a live stream on Facebook about about that. So, but doing crime and crime committed, it's often not who you think it is. And I'm calling this video, man, a bunch of Cardi Bs, man, because if you look now, like, I live here, right? Who are all these people and where did they come from? Guess that's why they call it human trafficking, right? And this is immigration, man. This is a result of out of control immigration, and this is how I feel. And as a black man, this is probably about the only thing with, I agree with Trump on, is his, stance on, like, immigration. I'm, willing to work with him on immigration policies, and I'm not racist. Again, I'm from Arlington, Virginia. And recently there was a article published saying that something to the effect that Arlington was like a very polarized place to live, which I find to be true. But it's very diverse, which is cool at the same time. But for me, having roots in this community that go back decades, so-called black, on both my mother and my father's side, I've saw what was done to the black community, not just here in Arlington, but across the entire nation throughout the time period. And all of the big crimes, man, all of the, and it's never really been a surprise to the brothers. The brothers have known this. You see, black men have known this. And all this while, we've constantly taken the blame. We've constantly taken the blame. We've constantly taken the blame. Right? And so, hold up. This is just actually, let me see if I can find another, because there was a better one I think I saw. And, actually, don't stop. You guys work with me. I'm kind of getting used to this, and I don't even know where I'm trying to go right now. Let's see. They say Google's your friend. So just today in Arlington, man, Arlington prostitution ring, I guess. Yeah, man, bunch of young Cardi Bs, man. Look at this foolishness, man. And mind you, black men, like, man, most black men, like, Cardi B is not really representative of black women. Not in the eyes of black men, at least. Pregnant pause, emphasis, underline. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said that for a reason. I said it that way for a reason. Like, you know, and fellas, you know, let me know if you agree, disagree in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Cardi B, like, really represents what most brothers, and I mean authentic masculine black men, think of, like, black women. Cardi B does not represent that in any type way. So, but all of these young chicks are, you know, I bet you that their favorite rappers are like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I bet. Because this is what they trying to be like. This is what they trying to portray. Chasing the American dream, man. Gentiles got them under that spell. And all of these young ladies are like 22, 22, 21, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy, man. This is just crazy. I bet you their favorite rapper is Cardi B. Bunch of young Cardi Bs, man. Jeremiah, whenever you find this, you keep in mind, man, women over men any day, every day. You're a boy, so girls are good, right? But you got to make sure you get a good girl.